Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Murli. Akash, you are facing some issues, right, Akash? I'll get back to you at the end of the session. Okay. Let me share my screen. Um, okay. So let me open this. So, Akash, after adding atom material icons, we were not getting this application.yaml pop-ups, right? But it is coming. Sometimes we need to restart, and sometimes it is unable to, pick up the YAML configuration files. But if you restart, it will just work. Okay. So you can use atom material icons. Good to go with that. Yeah. Okay. Just a quick introduction again about what we have done on the booking service and the payment service. So on the day when I was sharing my screen, we were able to see that the bookings table was having some, records which were, I'll let you know in a bit right now. So what I just wanted to say. Drop two schemas, drop now. Okay, so I just wanted to go to the application.yaml and I just wanted to make it as create because I just wanted to test it for multiple times. Payment service, show more options, or sorry, IntelliJ Community Edition, new window. This is also create. Yeah, good. Okay, so let's go and see over here in the payment service MPL as well. Okay. So now we have done everything. So right now, I just wanted to explain about @ transactional annotation, which was being used on the payment service as well as the booking service. Okay. So let me remove this. Let me remove this as well. Okay. And let me explain you about this @ transactional annotation first of all. So let me start and stop. Let's start the booking service application. And also start the payment service application. Okay. Okay, let me go and hit this Postman. Okay. Okay. The payment is done. Now I just wanted to go to the database and I just wanted to see the records. Bookings. Just wait a minute. Okay, let me restart it. Okay. So let me see this. Okay. So here you can see that this is a booking ID. So this will be a blob stored as blob. But here, why the booking status is pending, right? So if you just go over here, if I just wanted to go to this one, the booking service, and here I just wanted to explain some details. Here, when we are actually saving this booking entity with all these details, initially it will be saved in the bookings table as the payment status is pending. But after that, once we call the payment service, right, it is actually going to send us the booking DTO payment response, right? So initially we are actually taking that response and setting that to the DTO, but where we are actually setting this booking status. If you just see, this booking entity is already saved, but here we need to make this dot booking repository dot save of the booking entity again. So we need to change it multiple times. That means first this is the save. I just wanted to decrease the font size. Yeah. Okay. So here we don't have @ transactional. First here we are actually saving the booking entity over here, and then we have actually set the booking DTO booking ID to the booking DTO, and again once we make the payment, you got the response. From this response we are actually setting the booking status again to the booking entity because it has to be updated in the bookings table with confirmed status. Okay, now every time we need to do this a lot of times because right now we are actually making one API call With that, there is a change and we are saving this again. But you don't have to keep this one, right? If you just keep this annotation, then probably it will work. Let me explain you what I was explaining it before. So right now, I have just saved this booking entity again. So let me start the application and application again. Let me start it again. Okay. So now I just wanted to hit the bookings API. And now can you see this? There's an insert into bookings. Yeah, this is fine. And there is an update again. So here, if you just see the status right now, see here, it is confirmed now. Previously, it was pending, even when the response we got as success, right? So this is the total idea. Got it? So we don't have to do this. We can just remove this and we can just keep @transactional on top of this class. That means whenever we have saved this booking entity and whenever we are going to call a set, that means not this one. Here there is a set again. So by end of this method, so once this method is done with its execution, this @transaction will auto commit the pending transactions into the database. So that's the idea of using @transactional annotation. Okay. What is patch, PN Rao? PN Rao.
Hello.
Yeah, PN Rao, tell me.
Yes, yeah, actually we are updating only one property in the database, right? So can't we go for a patch update instead of updating the whole entity?
What do you mean by patch update?
Like so we have a patch update, right? So in the API, in the REST API, so we have a put to patch, and then these kind of updates are there.
Okay.
So like, yeah, so the patch, like we can only update only one single field in the database instead of, sending the whole entity, and we can update only one single property. So that's what we are doing in our projects. That's what I suggest.
Okay, see, the whole idea over here is we are not updating the whole entity, PN Rao over here. Do you see any update for the whole entity, first of all?
Yeah, so that means we are saving the complete here,
Are we saving it over here? After setting it, are we saving it?
No, here we are not saying yes.
Yes, so previously I have kept this code, right?
Correct.
Right. So this is not required. So we can actually, make this method as @transactional. This will do the patch update for us.
Okay.
We don't have to see, even if you are writing the REST API patch, right? Instead of get, post, or put, if you're using, you can also use that. But right now, even when you are making it as a patch API request, then probably it is going to hit the database at any cost, right? So here, how many times we are hitting the database? So here, this is the first hit, correct?
Correct.
And then there is a second hit over here. That means once this create booking method execution is done, so this @transaction annotation, what it actually makes sure that what is the latest status of the booking status, this one, right? So it will just commit this to the database doing a patch update. That's it. So it is basically going to update only the booking status, not the entire entity.
Right. So that means it is internally it is taking a decision to update only the status of
right. So how it is internally taking the decision in the sense, So whenever you annotate any of that method, any of the method with @transactional, so this @transactional, what it actually does before completing the execution, that means once the method execution is done, whatever all the pending transactions are there, it will do a auto commit.
Okay.
So
Got
that's the advantage of using @transactional. I'll tell you that benefit of using @transactional right now in the payment service also. We'll see that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is done. Now we will just see we'll start the payment service as well. Let me go to the payment service and restart this. Okay. So here, if you can see that this make payment is not having @transactional right now. So here, can you see this? So based upon so initially I'm saving the payment status as pending, and after the payment, that means if I just go to this process payment, so here if this is successful, if this line is successful, then probably it will come to the next line and change the booking status to confirm. And if the case is error scenario, then probably it will come to this one and it will just set this booking status as cancelled. Now the problem over here is whatever the status that we are going to get over here, right? So this booking DTO, let's say the booking status is confirmed. That means we need to set this data like this. And if the payment is cancelled, then probably we have to set this one. So every time we cannot go and say this as booking this dot payment repository dot save and payment entity. So here the payment entity is already associated with the transaction. So it will not treat this as a insert operation. It will treat that as a update operation because this entity is already saved. If you are going to save this, this is not going to create another record. This is just going to update only these two columns in the database, right? And also I just have to make this one as like this. Okay. So we don't have to do all this kind of steps. Again, I said by making this method as @transactional, let me keep this @transactional, but let me comment out this part and see whether this, the status and the date and time is getting reflected or not. We can see only the pending status. Here, I don't want to use dot payment date time because once I do the payment, I just wanted to update the time. That's it. Okay. Now I just wanted to remove this and I just wanted to go to this one. And I just wanted to submit the details again. Yeah, it is done. Now what I can simply do, I'll just go to the payments database table. And here the payment is pending. So it is never updated to the approved state. That means the problem over here is if @transaction is present, let me stop and restart the application. It is started and now let me hit this API again. And now just yeah. Now can you see this? The payment status is approved and also the payment date and time is also getting updated in the database. That means here @transaction, what it actually makes sure that whenever we have @transactional on top of a method, first of all, in the initial stage, we have to make an insert. But after the insert, if you are going to make any update, we don't have to say this dot payment repository.save of payment entity again. This will be automatically updated to the current state once the method execution is completed. This @transaction annotation will make sure that all these transactions are reflected in the database. So that's the total idea. Okay. So once to update partial data, then we will be patched method. Yes, that's right, Akash. We have to use patch method for that. Yeah, correct. But right now, this is happening right now inside a single method where we are actually calling the payment service over here, the Stripe payment gateway. But here we are actually getting the response. Why we need to use a different API again. So not required for that. Okay. So that's the reason I just wanted to explain that context over here to everyone. The everything or nothing principle, right, sir? Do everything or nothing principle. Yes, right. It's right, Murli. Okay, so that's the purpose of using @transactional. And also, let's say in this process payment, right? Let's say if any exception is going to occur, let's say right now there is a Stripe exception, right? If I just wanted to roll back the transaction, right? So there is something called rollback on Stripe exception dot class. So the data will be rollback. Nothing will be committed into the database if it is actually seeing a Stripe exception. Okay. Got it? PN Rao, Akash, Murali, is everything is clear to everyone? Okay, good. Okay then. So probably what I just wanted to do right now, I just wanted to explain some couple of things over to you. Okay. So let me go and see the Stripe test cards. Okay. So here there is something called cards by brand. Okay. So just go to stripe.com/docs and /testing. Okay. And you can hit this one and it is going to give you the test cards. So here on the right side, you'll have something called cards by brand. And this is something called to simulate successful payment, use test cards from the following list. The billing country for each test card is set to United States. If you need to create test card payments using cards for other billing countries, use international cards. Okay. And right now they have actually given some cards and they have given the tokens also for it. Right now we are using tok_visa and that is the one over here that we are going to use. Guys, I was lost for a moment. Okay. Okay. So here, this is a Visa credit card. So this is a Master credit card and this is a debit card. So let me use the American Express. So for this American Express, what is the token they have actually, what is the card number they have actually given? So if I just use this Stripe dashboard, I just wanted to go to this. And here you can see that test payment for booking service. So just go to this. So this is a card number that we have used and you can see that this is a Visa credit card. Okay. So now I just wanted to use American Express card. So if I just go to this is American Express card. So you can just use this one. So this American Express token can be used. And the card number for this one is this one. 3782822463 Okay. So now I will just go and use this one. Okay. And I now stop the application and restart the application again. And now let's see what is going to happen. I just wanted to change the amount also. Let me make it as 456. Okay, now let's hit the application. And yeah, so now we have got the successful response. Let me check in the database whether this is correct or not. Yeah, so the payment amount is 456, the payment date and time, booking ID, payment ID, and the payment status is approved. Let's go inside the booking service for the 456 amount. This is the one. So the booking status is also confirmed. And now I can just go to this one, the Stripe dashboard. And here I just wanted to go to the payments. I just wanted to refresh it. Okay, it is automatically refreshed. So 456 is this one. So you can see that the payment has been done with the American Express card. Okay. So that's the total idea. Got it? So you can use always these cards by brand. So these are actually some test cards they have actually given. So this is cards by brand is actually used to simulate a successful payment. Use test cards from the following list. The billing country for the each test card is set to United States, and the people who are in United States right now, like Suresh, you can just use this cards by brand option, and you can just go and use these tokens. Any of these tokens will work. All these tokens will work for you, Suresh. Okay. Yeah. So that's the total idea. And right now, I just wanted to keep some loggers over here for the booking service. Let's say I just wanted to change some data and go to the payment service as well. Yeah. Now I just wanted to minimize this, wanted to minimize this. Now I just wanted to go to this booking API. And here, I just wanted to add log.info. So here, entered into booking API with request. So we can use this one. But the best way for this one is, let's say if you have to give 2 parameters or 3 parameters, but here I don't want to use this one. I can just use a placeholder like this. And here I can just use booking DTO dot get, sorry, dot toString. That's it. Okay. So here the placeholder will be resolved with this data. Okay. And now I just wanted to go to this booking service NPL. So here I can just use @SLF4j and log.info. And here I just wanted to use entered into with that's it. And here log.info calling payment service to do payment for the amount placeholder with booking ID placeholder. So here I just wanted to enter over here. The amount is booking DTO dot. So here I just wanted to use booking entity directly because the booking entity has the booking amount as well as get booking ID. So here, calling payment service to do the payment. I think this is useful, right? We can to do the payment for the amount. What is the amount? The first placeholder. This is the amount, and then with the booking ID and the placeholder. So this that will be replaced with this. That's it. So that's the total idea. And here we will just get the payment was successful with booking ID. That's it. Okay. Now I just wanted to go to this payment service log dot. We just have to use that SLF4J annotation at the rate SLF4J log.info entered into payment API with the request okay. And now I just wanted to go to this payment service log not used it at the rate SLF4J log.info entered into that's it. And now so here I can just use this and I can use log.info again. So here entered into there's a placeholder and I just wanted to replace this with booking DTO dot get booking ID. Okay, and log.info payment was successful for the booking ID. Super. Done. And now that's it. Okay. I think these logs are enough. Hope you got it. Okay. And so now what we can do over here, everything is done from our side. And what we can do. Okay. So here you can see that the 456, the payment method is through American Express credit card and the payment was succeeded. This is the statement descriptor, the amount, the fee and the net and the status, and these are all the details. Got it? So that's the total idea. And that's the end of this booking service and the payment service. But the problem here is there is one issue. Let me tell you and explain about that. Okay. So let me select these two databases and drop it. And I just wanted to start this top. I just wanted to start only the booking service right now because booking service is only the exposed ones to the outside world. So I just wanted to start this application. Okay. And now let's see what happens over here. Okay. So now let me go to this. I have not made the payment services up, and let me hit the application and what happens. Let's see. See here. Yeah. So here we have got the internal server error, but is it a good practice to return this error? First of all, that is my question to everyone. Is it a good practice to return this type of error? So the payment service is not up, but so what type of exception that we can throw for this kind of use cases? Need user-friendly message for a okay. So let me see what is the issue that we are going to face right now. Okay. So let me go to the first log of the exception. Every time, don't go to the last exception. Always see where the exception has started. Okay. So here, okay, let me stop and run the application again. Oh, okay. So now let me clear this and let me hit the application again with this data. Okay, now we have got that. Now we will see the exception details. Okay. So here connection refused. That means no further information. That means what is this one? Right. So there's a connection exception. That means the payment service was not up. And initially we were getting the 500 exception, right? So 500 internal server error. So let me go to this handlers and go to this booking service exception handler. So in this one, what I can just simply do, I have to declare public a response entity of the response DTO. So runtime exception. And at the rate exception handler, I can just say this as runtime exception. Okay. And see, you can also give a value equal to. So this value can be used if there are multiple exceptions. Let's say there is another type of exception is also there. So there's something called bind exception. So you can give multiple exceptions by using value. Okay, that is this syntax. And if you have only one single exception, you can just use this at the rate exception and the exception directly. Okay, so that's the total idea. Runtime exception. And then what I need to do, so return response. Okay, so here return new response entity of response DTO. And here I need to use response DTO dot builder dot. I have to say only the, I don't want to use error description because I don't want to use error messages because error messages are basically designed for at the rate not null, at the rate not empty, all this kind of annotation, only for Jakarta annotation. But if I just wanted to give some error description, so here I can just say that. So here basically we will just get this runtime exception dot get message. and we will just do a dot build, and that's it. And this is done. And now what I can simply do, I can just give a comma HTTP status dot internal server error. Okay. So this is one thing. This is the first parameter. And this is the second parameter for this. Okay. Okay. So now we are just returning this, but let's see what happens while running this application again after having this. And here I just wanted to append one more data to this. So builder dot reason phrase, that means status code description. We have something called, right? So let's go to this response VTO. Okay, so right now I just wanted to use a string status code description. So here I just wanted to go back over here and status code description. So here I just wanted to use HTTP status dot internal server error dot get reason phrase. Okay. And right now I just wanted to start the application again, and let's see. Okay. And now let's say and go to this. Good. So connection refused. No further information on executing post HTTP. That means the payment service is not up, and this is internal server error. So that's the total idea. Got it? So we have handled that exception gracefully, and then probably we were sending a proper response to the user. Got it? Yeah. So that's the total idea. And now let's see our things are working fine. I don't wanted to set a booking amount. So here we are getting booking amount is mandatory, bad request. If I just send this one again as 0, booking amount, please provide a valid amount. Okay, so this is also working. And now this is also clear. That's it. Okay. So, but the problem over here is, let me go to this bookings database. And so here, can you see this? If I just wanted to hit this data again, you cannot see the records in the database. Got it? The reason for this one is using @transactional. So let me remove this first of all. Let me remove this. Okay. And let me start this application again. Okay. And let me hit this. Yeah, now we have got this. And if you just refresh this one, can you see this one? This status will never change. If I refresh it multiple times, this status will never change. Is this the best practice to keep this record when it has not hit the payment service, first of all? Guys. Okay. So transactional is basically used for this specific purpose. Even when there is an exception, right, it will roll back the transaction. It will not insert the record. So let's say if I just wanted to remove this bookings database table, drop now, and I just wanted to use this other transaction again, and stop this and start this application. Okay, the application got started, and now I just wanted to send these details. Okay, so now if you see the database, close this and open these tables. See, there is no record. That means at the rate transactional will roll back the committed details to the database if it finds an exception inside that particular method. Right now, if you just see over here, so this create booking method is actually calling the payment service, but here there is an exception. If it finds any of the exceptions, at the rate transaction will actually roll back this particular step over here. So that's the advantage of using at the transactional. And also, if there are any settings after this will actually update the particular columns whenever there is a setter method is called. So that's the advantage of using at the transactional. Follows do everything or nothing principle, exactly the same, Akash. Okay, I was just trying to explain that. Yeah, transaction management is actually being done with this particular annotation itself. So we don't have to maintain or commit the transactions or create a transaction manager or commit a transaction. We don't have to do all this kind of things. Very, very straightforward. Okay. So that's the total idea. And I just wanted to stop the sharing of the screen. And I just wanted to speak to Akash Raju Hiwale. Akash, can you just unmute from your side? So we have done the online payments right now, but Akash was facing some issues. Akash, can you just
Yes,
share
sir.
your screen and show me what is the
Yeah.
issue that you are facing right now?
Yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you're audible.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my Stripe API code, sir,
Okay.
as you wrote yesterday. So by following that only, I wrote this.
Mhm.
So while hitting the booking API,
No
I'm
problem.
getting.
I
Yes.
got your issue first of all.
Mhm.
So here I just wanted to say one thing to you. So here, can you just keep a debugging point at line number 29 and debug the application of payment service? Yeah, only one click is enough.
Okay.
But in STS or Eclipse, we used
Yes,
to
yes.
double click on it.
Double
Yeah,
click.
debug it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we will see the issue in debug mode.
Okay. So before that, may I know which version you are using for Stripe API? I'm using this 24.0.0.
Yeah, latest version is also fine. No
Okay,
problem.
okay.
Yeah. Tag it.
So this
Yeah,
booking API also need to debug?
not. Just run this application. That's it.
Okay.
Because we don't want to debug this application, right? Only that part.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what is happening behind the scenes. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Any reason to use the booking service, iBooking service?
As an
I know
example,
these are
sir.
standards, right?
Yes, yes.
So what do you mean by I?
This is my JSON, sir.
Yeah, this is fine. Just send that and go to the payment service directly because there will be a debugging point over there.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just open the console, expand the console a little bit? Yeah. Can you just go one step ahead? No. Open the threads and variables.
Okay.
And there is, yeah, step over. Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
Go. One step forward. One step forward. Go. Go and execute the charge API. Yeah. Execute it. Yeah. Just wait for
Mhm.
2 or 3 seconds. Yeah. Now, no, don't do anything. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Just go to the threads and variables. There is a E option, E variable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expand that and read the description of the error. Detailed message. No. Just click on that detailed message. Just scroll to right.
You cannot accept payment using API no longer supported in India.
Okay. Now the problem is it has actually not given. How we will practice the daily sessions? Any suggestions, sir? Because I didn't take this course with. What is this? Okay. The problem is, can you just typecast that amount to int?
Okay. I think I missed that.
Yeah. And now debug the application again. No, just 1 second. You changed the code, right? So stop this application and rerun that in debug mode.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, go. Immediately go. That's it. Go. Uh, okay. I got the issue. Okay.
Mhm.
The Stripe payment setup was not valid. So let me give my API key. Can you show me the Stripe key?
Stripe key.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to log
No,
in.
not this, not
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Application.yaml file.
Okay. This one.
Okay. Akash,
Yes.
I just wanted to give my primary Stripe key.
Okay.
Just use that and go to the chart of Zoom. Replace your secret key of yours with mine. And remove the bottom. Now test it out. Restart the application.
I think my setup is not done properly. First try.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes. Now it is working, sir.
Can you remove the typecasting of int? Yeah.
This one?
Just complete this execution.
Yes, yes.
Complete this execution
Resume.
and change that typecasting to normal.
Okay.
And do the payment and see the error.
So I need to restart it again.
Yes.
So can I create a new account first time?
You can create it.
Okay.
Read the error description.
Yes. No, sir, it is working. I think.
So it will proceed, right? So
Yes,
that's
yes.
the total idea. Yeah.
Okay, I will create one new account, sir, and check it will work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'll commit the application and I will also give you the. Right now, my voice is not that much good. Oh, 1 second. Okay, guys. I will meet you all tomorrow. Okay. And I will commit. I will give you the zip of this application. Okay. Maybe post lunch. Thank you all and have a great day. Ashok, I will talk to you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Bye.